Hello world, Shelly here, and it is day 5 of Foundation Fest. Yes, it is the end of our 5 days in a row of foundation reviews, but I've got a good one for you today that I've been very curious about. It is from Lawless. It is the Flawless Finish Woke Up Like This makeup, and I show you the box because it's kind of cool. Now, I don't know if my box just got beat up or if that smoky look is intended, but check this out. Like, ooh, it's like a very satisfying unboxing experience, and I appreciate a good satisfying unboxing experience. So let's take a look at some of the claims of this foundation. Retails for $46 US, and you get 1 fluid ounce of product in a glass bottle with a pump. It comes in 20 different shades. I'm on Sephora's website right now, and it's getting just under 4 stars out of 5 with 112 reviews. It's a pretty new release. This is one of the foundations that is listed as clean at Sephora, so it doesn't have all kinds of nasty ingredients that we are not looking for. I used the shade finder tool on Sephora's website, and it recommended the shade Pristine, which is the lightest shade. It is described as fair with cool pink undertones. I typically enjoy a cool undertone in the winter. I'm pretty much neutral. In the summer I lean a little bit warm, and in the winter I lean a little bit cool. When all the pink in my skin comes out, this new lighting, you can really see the pink in my skin because this is purely neutral, like noontime daylight lighting. And I'm pink, so this is meant to be full coverage for all skin types. They list sensitive, normal, dry, and combo. They don't list oily skin, but then they go on to say it's formulated for all skin types. Buildable coverage, fresh, radiant finish, natural finish. This non-comedogenic skin-nourishing formula won't clog pores. It wears comfortably throughout the day with a lightweight feel that doesn't fade or disappear. Antioxidant-rich, skin-balancing oils, including abyssinica and camellia oils and hydrating shea butter, help support the skin's moisture barrier for a supple, youthful appearance. With this formula, you can achieve full coverage with a natural skin-like finish that never looks cakey or dry. Well, that's good. I don't want cakey or dry. It is cruelty-free, cha-ching, non-comedogenic, silicone-free, interesting. Some word, isododecane, I'm sure I'm, isododecane-free, I don't know what that is. Perfume-free and non-toxic. There's no suspenders or fillers. You may notice a slight marbling on the wall of your bottle because of the high pigment formula. Shake. Okay. Doesn't affect the product, all is well. Maybe that's why the box looks marbly. But it is clean at Sephora, and that is all they have to say about it. Let's take a look at this one swatched against a few others in my collection. Alrighty, swatch time. First up is today's foundation, the Lawless Woke Up Like This in shade Pristine. Second is the Estee Lauder Stay in Place Double Wear. This is 1C1 Cool Bone. Third up, I've got the MAC Studio Sculpt in shade NW15. Fourth is the Smashbox Studio Skin in shade 1. And last, I've got the Urban Decay All Nighter in shade 1.5. Starting out with a 44-year-old face, I've got some sun damage that I like to cover up. Got a little Screamin' Zit that's healing right here. Thank you very much, Creme Shop Primer. I won't be using you again. I've got some fine lines around my smile lines and around my forehead, and crow's feet that like to start coming out when my skin gets dehydrated. My skin is normal to dry, and pretty soon I'm going to have to stop saying normal because in the wintertime, I'm definitely on the dry side of the fence, and I'm getting there. My skin is dehydrating really quickly throughout the day, so any kind of formula that is drying is going to suck the life out of my skin. Now, since yesterday's foundation was a little bit drying on me, I have decided to give my skin a little bit of help. I primed with the Smashbox Primerizer. This is a primer slash moisturizer. And then with my beloved Strivectin Line Blur Effector, I just went in on my smile lines and my larger pores right here. So that is what is happening for primer purposes. I'm going to go in on one half of my face with a sponge. This is from AOA Studios on Shop Miss A. Wow, this is super wet. Did I not dry this off? Oh, okay, damn sponge. This is from Shop Miss A, the Paw Paw donation to Animal Rescue. $1.55, very nice plush sponge on one side. I'm going to use a brush on the other. Oh, I gotta clean my brushes, yo. Foundation Fest kills me. Alright, we're gonna have to go with the Artis Oval 7. I try not to be super bougie with my brushes when we're doing foundation reviews, but gotta be bougie because it's the only one that's clean. It's got some cat hair on it, though. I see what they're saying about the marbling. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but you see how it's almost like marbly on the surface of the glass? Woo! It definitely has a scent to it. There's no added fragrance in the ingredients to cause ingredient sensitivity, but there is a definite fragrance to this. I'm guessing it is some of the oils in it. It smells almost citrusy, but it's pretty strong. So if scent bothers you versus an ingredient allergy or an ingredient reaction, there's no fragrance ingredients, but whoo, it has a scent to it for sure. Blends out pretty easily with a sponge, but I'd say very light coverage with a sponge. That doesn't surprise me being as watery of a formula it is. I think a lot of product soaked into the sponge. Let's try the brush side. Definitely better coverage with the brush. Every time I use this Artis brush, I always wonder why I don't use it more. It is such a nice, pretty finish with a brush and easy to blend out. I would say we're not getting quite full coverage with one pass, but we're definitely in the medium territory, and this is a luminous, very pretty finish on the skin so far. I've really been digging these pretty finishes lately. Is this a trend? Are we getting away from the matte thing for a while? I still have a bunch of product left on here from that 2 pumps, so I'm going to try and build up the other side to even things out a little bit. That built up just fine, no cakiness, no issues blending, no product sitting on top of the skin, nothing is clinging anywhere. We are borderline shiny though. This is super luminous and it feels pretty tacky, so I'm probably gonna have to set this with a powder. That may be a good thing to take down just a little bit of the shine that is going on. Feels very lightweight. Ooh yeah, you see whenever I touch it, we are definitely gonna have to set this guy. We do not want product moving around. Color match looks okay in this lighting. I'm gonna go put the rest of my face on. Let's get a time check. I don't know where my phone is. It's 11:04 a.m. Let's call it 11 o'clock and I will be right back. I'm so sorry for forgetting the bare-faced close-up. What can I say? I was looking around for my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder and it seems to have gone missing and that distracted me and I forgot to film that. I did end up setting this with the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten, and as you can see, most of the luminosity came back as the product all sort of settled into my skin, so we're definitely luminous. Like I'm looking at my chin and my forehead because I don't have highlighter there. Of course, my cheeks are the Natasha Denona Super Glow, so of course they are banging highlighted, but I had no trouble blending. I used my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away concealer, which I need to get the lightest shade. It needs to stop being out of stock everywhere because I can only get away with this for so long. It's too dark for me now, but it's such a good concealer and no trouble blending. Everything applied just fine. I'm wondering if we've already gotten a little bit darker. Maybe not. I don't know. In the close-up mirror, I'm feeling a little bit darker than I felt when I first put this on, but we are going to hope that that is a figment of my imagination. On the rest of my face, my eyes are a combo of Kat Von D Shade and Light and the Pat McGrath. This is the Subversive Mini Mothership palette. Oh my god, you guys, I can't even stop with this Pat McGrath. It's like, no, oh, I love it, I love it. Blush, Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Mascaras, Butter London Double Decker. Bronzer is the Balm Desert. My lip is Buxom, Dolly. Yeah, that's where we're starting out. So I'm going to go about my day. I'm going to go to work. I will check back in a little bit with a daylight check-in, then I'll come back at the end of the night, give you guys my final thoughts. Hey guys, daylight check-in here. I'm hiding from the rain, so I'm going to make this quick. Color match looks okay. I still think it might be a little darker than when I first applied it, but we're at about the 4-hour mark now, and coverage looks very even. Nothing seems to be wearing away. Nothing seems to be caking up. Nothing seems to be settling into lines anyplace. Everything looks pretty good. It's a pretty natural looking sort of luminance to it once I set it with the powder. So far so good, so that's where we're at. I will be back tonight with my final thoughts. 10:01 p.m. That means we are at the 11-hour mark, and how did the Lawless Woke Up Like This foundation hold up? That is Daffy playing with things in the background. I apologize for the noise. This foundation, let's see how things went. In terms of wear, it's comfortable. It's not the most lightweight thing I've ever worn, but it's fairly lightweight. You know, it's kind of lightweight. It's lighter than average, I would say, but not a ton. I don't feel uncomfortable. I feel like it is slightly drying. I do have some dehydration kind of drag lines, and my face is a little bit tight at this point in the evening. I am looking forward to washing my face. It's not unbearable. It's not awful, but I would say this is slightly drying. If you have dry skin, that could be an issue. If you're normal to dry, I think it's okay. The finish, they describe it as natural radiant, and I would say it's straight up dewy. And it's not quite shiny, but it's almost shiny. It's like some people are gonna think this is a little too dewy if you're not into the dewy complexion thing. I've been enjoying a dewy complexion lately, but almost not this dewy. Like, this is pushing it for me. We're getting there. We're getting there. Did you? Daffy just shook the entire vanity. So that's the at a glance experience. Let's look close up. So this foundation, I feel like next time I wear it, I'm not going to build it up to as close to as full coverage as I did. I think I'll stop at one coat because I almost feel like the second coat is sort of breaking up on the surface and separating, and especially around my mouth, it's gathering along my upper lip. It has broken down around my nostrils and my nose. It just looks really heavy, and it's almost borderline polka dot pores, but I almost feel like I'm looking at that on the top layer, and underneath it, it's almost, at least on my nose, still in place. I know this sounds bizarre, but I feel like it's a result of having built it up more than anything. It is breaking up along just about every movement line. It's gathering on the texture in between my eyebrows. My blush bronzer highlight are still intact, so I feel like, you know, on the good areas of my face, it did not move around. It did not change. I don't think it oxidized. I was thinking it did, and then I was thinking it didn't, and then I was thinking it did, and then I was thinking it didn't. I don't think it did. I don't think it's quite a cool undertone the way they describe. Maybe it oxidized more toward warm. I do feel like if you look at my neck, which is more pink, you can tell the sort of golden hue of this foundation, so maybe it changed color a little bit. I don't think it's significantly darker. I don't really see anywhere taking it down my neck, so I don't think it oxidized in lightness to darkness. It might have shifted shades just a smidge. I'll have to play around with it a little bit more to decide if that's really what is happening here, but that is kind of where we're at with this one. If I had to give a grade to the Lawless Woke Up Like This, wear time's pretty good. 11 hours, not bad. At a distance, I think it still looks okay. Up close, it's getting toward hot mess territory. We're at about as far as this one can go. I'm going to go B-. I think it's pretty. I think I could get better wear out of it without building it up so much. You do have to set it with powder. Be aware of that. It was moving around like crazy until then, so it's a little bit finicky, but because most of the day I thought it looked very nice, it holds up to its claims. I like the clean ingredient deck. I think we're gonna go B-. This one's okay. I'm gonna wear it some more, see if I can't make it perform a little bit better. If I find ways to do that, I will let you guys know in an upcoming foundation follow-up. And yeah, B- it is. It's a little bit above average in terms of its nice finish and its wear time, but not perfect. There you have it. That is Foundation Fest wrapped up. 5 days in a row of foundation reviews. Don't worry, you can always get your Friday foundation fix in between foundation fests every Friday on my channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays when I post new videos, and all of these foundations will get added to my master list. Go to geekoutofwater.com, click the Foundation Fest link. It's a ranked, sortable, searchable spreadsheet of over 100 different foundation reviews that I have done over time. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. If you want more foundation reviews, give me a thumbs up down below. Please leave suggestions in the comments of foundations you would like me to check out. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night, wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.